Hello children, in previous video we have discussed topic motion and types of motion. In the type of motion we have discussed the topic translatory motion and rotatory motion. Now today we will start the new topic oscillatory motion. When an object moves to and fro about a fixed point is said to be oscillatory motion. In oscillatory motion, whole body move to and fro with mean position, means their rest position. For example, a swing in the motion and a swinging pendulum of the wall clock. No, vibratory motion. Vibratory motion is a special case of oscillatory motion. In this kind of oscillatory motion, in which an object undergoes change in the shape and size. In vibratory motion, the whole body does not move to and fro a single unit, but some of its parts oscillate about their mean position is known as the vibratory motion. For example, the motion of the strings of the guitar when plucked. Second example is the motion of the prong of a tuning fork. Now, next motion is repetitive motion. If a same motion occurs again and again, it is called the repetitive motion. There are two types of repetitive motion. Number one, periodic motion, and second one, non-periodic motion. Periodic motion, a repetitive motion which takes place at the equal interval of time is known as the periodic motion. The example of the periodic motion is the revolution of earth around the sun and the motion of the pendulum of wall clock are as the periodic motion. Revolution of earth around the sun in the earth take 365 days to the complete one rotation. Here the time period is fixed, 1 year or 365 to earth complete one rotation of the sun. Pendulum of wall clock take a fixed time to complete one motion or non-periodic motion, the motion that repeats itself but not the after regular time interval is known as the non-periodic motion. We can say motion that is not periodic is known as the non-periodic motion. For example, swaying of branches of tree, motion of our lung during breathing is the non-periodic motion because their duration is not fixed. Now, random motion, an object moving with no specific path and frequently changing its direction is said to be the random motion. In this motion, their path is not fixed, their direction is speed also not fixed. So that is known as the random motion. For example, the motion of butterfly fluttering towards the flower and example of the random motion. Next is the combination or multiple motion. In this type of motion, an object showing more than one type of motion at the same time. So we can say when an object possesses two or more types of motion at the same time, it is said to have a combination or multiple motion. Good example of combination motion is the earth moving around the sun. In this case, earth shows the three type motion: rotatory motion, periodic motion and curvilinear motion. When the earth rotates about its axis, shows the rotatory motion. When an earth rotates about its axis in a fixed time interval, that is known as the periodic motion, and at the same time it revolves around the sun in the curved path, that is the curvilinear motion. A second example, the drilling machine used for making a hole in a wood has a two type motion. First is the rectilinear motion and second is the rotatory motion. Now third example, the wheel of the bicycle rotate means rotatory motion and at the same time move forward in a straight or curved path with the translatory motion. That is all about the combination or multiple motion. Guys, what we have studies about the types of motion. In translatory motion, the motion through same distance in same duration. Rotatory motion, motion of an object about fixed axis. Now, periodic motion, motion that repeats itself after regular time interval. Oscillatory motion, whole body move to and fro about mean position. Combination motion, more than one type of motion at the same time, is known as the combination motion. Random motion, motion with no specific path. That is all about of types of motion. Thank you, children.